times than any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
That one good for 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On the run, it's Ware. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. On the ground, this is Ware. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
23 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss.
To throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now Ioannidis in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Ioannidis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll run now with Ware. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll leave this for Ware. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Spencer Ware taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. And that'll make it 13-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. Caught left side Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now he'll be shoved to the turf that time at the 24-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Off the play fake. Cousins escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Crowder. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, 76 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. First down, he'll drop to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got room. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 6-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins dancing to his left. Dumps that off to Ware. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dante Moncrief. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. He's got it. This is Ware. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They'll run with Thompson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On third down, it's Thompson. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw now on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Yellow. Check 26. Check 26.
Final play of the half. Cousins flushed out right. His throw incomplete. So we've reached... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Redskins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Watch it now, Marty. All right, here we go. Over. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Moncrief with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans add on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And here come the Redskins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Chris Thompson from 17 yards out. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Well, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A handoff running left is Miller. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dante Moncrief from 6 yards away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Back now at FedEx Field. Play fake. Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On play action, Cousins. He'll leave this for Ware. Room to run past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action. Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the D-line's going to spread out. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, their offense, that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And the wideout in motion. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down at the 36. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A first down throw for Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And it's third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, Cousins. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Cousins on first down. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee you that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Redskins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they try the right side here. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Texans defense stands tall. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us.
Stretch
a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, have a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And now here's a carry heading left. He's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And now running right through it. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Chris Conte. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, they're not making... easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Following the interception, Cousins under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now a handoff as they run left side. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They go play action here on first down. Dumps that off to Ware. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Play action now. Cousins steps away. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
One time. Tight end right.
Now Thompson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Cousins now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. A swing pass caught, and they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Yeah,